First of all, I'm a parent of a child who's on the autism spectrum disorder, and well, through my years of experience with him, I can only say I empathize a lot with parents who have children with special needs. Being a parent foremost of a child with special needs, I think that's what makes me credible. Gifted Hands was opened on the 16th of April 2012, and we started at Parade Street, Kingston. And in 2020, there was a fire which I lost everything. Students, everything, just after the pandemic. And, you know, the school, I formed Gifted Hands through my last son, Jared. And sadly, you know, that morning of his birthday on August 4th, 2020, you know, I didn't even know how to tell him the building was on fire and there's no more Gifted Hands at that location then. But that day I said, you know, out of the ashes I will rise. And here I am. But when I reopened after the pandemic 3 years ago, I reopened here. After the fire, I had 24 students. And when I reopened out of the ashes, I started back with 5 students. To date, I have 13 students on register. He had a chance of attending the mainstream nursery, mainstream primary, right, the national grade 6. I only see it fit to encourage parents who their children are capable of attending the mainstream nursery and primary, of going that route. Along with catering for children with disabilities, we do self-services, teaching them the basics and how to care for themselves, and planting where they can earn, and a little physical education. In academics, we do the basic math, language, science, and social studies. Teaching them to read, teaching them to write their names, and not only write their names, identify their names, as well as spending money. I have the children from 11 years old to 56 years old. Persons with disabilities, their chronological age has nothing to do with their cognitive development. So even though my eldest student, she's 56 years old, her age of learning is like somewhere between 5 and 6. Because if Barbara comes in today and Barbara see cake and ice cream, for the rest of the day or the rest of the week, Barbara will ask me, Marcia, party, ice cream, cake, and that will be her topic for the day. She can identify colors, but you know, with age, and the pandemic has really done a number on all of them, because they were all at a stage where we can move on from here, but then the regression, you know, their parents couldn't get them to work at home. I value every moment that I'm here to give myself to the students, because when they come, it's like it's a home away from home. And they are happy to be here. I think if they can just spend the entire day and night, they would love it. Because it's not only a safe space, it's a space where they are trusted, they can, I wouldn't say they have their own way, but their parents know that their children are in a safe space, because persons with disabilities are some of the most vulnerable people in society. Anybody who's ready, you know, willing to give assistance to the school, because I really wanted to start a breakfast service this year. We have our stove already, but there were some setbacks. but like the year is still young. And in our breakfast services, like having them make the breakfast and have them sell it. And there's another project that I would really love to get into. It's like making a health bar and having it supply at GMC where we can raise funds for the school. Personally, I don't know if it's just me. It's not pride for sure, but I know every company has their commitments. But sometimes I said, look, I'm not going to beg anybody. Whatever it is, it is. We have our shade house, and there's so much more that I would love to do with the shade house. But this year's project is that every student will plant. They'll have their own plant pots, already bought the soil. And when they reap from their plant pot, they will take that home.